Hi guys, we're ready for Saxon Phonics Lesson 57. So if you have that activity sheet, you're going to have Lesson 57 for today, okay? All right, so what is this? That's right, this is our alphabet, and we know there are 26 letters in the alphabet, and they're either consonants or vowels. Okay, and we're going to say our alphabet in a funny way today, okay? So yesterday we did some high and some low. Today we're going to do it in a different way, okay? What we're going to do is you are going to snap for the vowels and we're going to clap for the consonants. Are you ready? So we start with A and we know A is a vowel. Are you ready? So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Very good. All right, here we go. So we're not going to put the whole alphabet in order. I'm going to pull up some letters and see if we can do it out of order. So if I pull up the letters B, H, Z, V, and N, we're going to try to put these in ABC order. So let's think about those letters. Which letter do we think is going to come first? Well, our first letter is A. It's not an option. What comes after A? B. So B would be the first letter if we put these words in ABC order, these letters. What would come next? Let's think about it. C, D, E, F, G, H. So H would be our next letter. Okay. I, J, K, L, M, N. So N would come next. O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. And then, of course, we know Z is going to be at the end because it's our final letter. So if we had these letters right here, this is how we would put them in ABC order or alphabetize them. Okay, let's try it one more time with some different letters. Let's do some ones that are a little bit closer together. All right, so we have these letters here. We have F, E, C, A, and R. Now, obviously, looking at these letters, if I want to alphabetize them, which one's going to come first? It would be A, because A is our initial or beginning letter in the alphabet. What would come next? What comes after A? B. I don't see B, then C. C would come next. I don't have D, and then E, because C is before E, a couple letters in the alphabet. So after E would be F, very good. And then our next letter would have to be R because we know it has to come after F. All right, so if I had these letters and wanted to alphabetize them, it would be A, C, E, F, R. Awesome job, guys. We're going to be practicing doing that a lot this year. All right, so we're going to play a game where I'm going to say a word and you're going to echo it back to me. And then we're going to try to figure out what the initial or beginning sound is, and we're going to take that sound off. We're going to what we call delete that initial sound. Are you ready? So if I say the word cup, cup, what's the initial sound? K. Very good. So if I have cup, I take the k off and I'm left with up. Very good. What about tape? Tape. The initial sound is T. Very good. And if I take that T off, tape, I'm left with 8. Very good. What about fill? Fill. The initial sound is F. I take that off, fill, and I'm left with ill. Very good. How about soak? Soak. The initial sound is S. Take the S off, soak, and I'm left with O. Good job. And our last one we're going to do is gate. Gate. The initial sound is G, G. So take the G off, gate, and I'm left with 8. Very good. All right, so here are our letter name cards. So we're just going to quickly name them real quick. Are you ready? So we have digraph TH, digraph NG, digraph E, 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 H, C, A consonant E, N, D, Z, U consonant E, E consonant E, A, W, O consonant E, B, G, U, R, I consonant E, K, M, oh, this is a new one. Are you ready? Remember that bracket tells us that we're going to say final syllable, B-L-E. Let's say that together. Ready? Final syllable, B-L-E. Then we have X, Y, J, and V. Very good. All right, so let's see if we can do our sounds now. So when we point at it, so we say sheep, E. Digraph, E-E, very good. Umbrella, U. Unicorn, U. Ring, ng. Digraph, N-G. Yarn, Y. Inch, I. Cake, A. A consonant E. Icicle, I. Feather, Digraph, TH. Goat, G. Cube, U. U consonant E. Wagon, W. Thimble, digraph, TH. Dime, I. I consonant E. Shark, sh. Digraph, SH. Vest, V. Concrete, E. E consonant E. Hose, O. O consonant E. Rose, Z. S. We have fox, X. X. Oh, here's our new one. Are you ready? We have bubble, bull. Final syllable, B-L-E. Then we have hook, digraph, O-O. Cat, K. C. Jar, J. J. Tooth, oo. Digraph, O-O. Elephant, E. Equal, E. Duck, K. Digraph, CK. Perfect. All right, you are going to echo the words that I say, and you're going to listen for the sound in the final position. Okay, so at the end, in the final position. Baffle, ruffle, stifle. Let's try it one more again. Ready? Baffle, ruffle, stifle. Let's see, what did you hear? That's right, you hear the full sound. Today we're going to focus on that full sound. This sound is different because remember it has, in what we've been learning, it has two sounds. It has the full and it blends together and says full. All right, so look at these words. What do you see that might make the full sound? What do they all have the same? That's right, they have that F-L-E. Look, F-L-E, F-L-E, F-L-E at the end of each word. And that F-L-E is something, remember, that's new that we talked about yesterday. It's called a final stable syllable. Because remember, final means it's at the end. Stable means that it never changes. If you see F-L-E at the end of a word, it's always going to say full, okay? And then syllable because it has its own word part. It's got a vowel in there even though you can't hear it because remember, just like bull, the E is silent. Okay, so now you're going to listen to these new words. Are you ready? And see if you can hear what it has at the end. I have dimple, apple, simple. It's ready. Dimple, apple, simple. What did you hear at the end of those words? That's right, you heard the pull sound. So we're going to focus on that pull sound too today. And remember, it's the same thing. It has both sounds, pull, that blends together and says pull. So let's look at these words. And I want you to see what letters might make that pull sound. What do you think? That's right. It's the P-L-E. Look at the end. The P-L-E, P-L-E, P-L-E. And so the P-L-E makes that pull sound. And just like bull and full, the E we can't hear, so it's silent. So anytime you have the P-L-E at the end, it's going to say pull, because it's a final stable syllable again. All right, one more time. Are you ready? We're going to listen to some new words. Okay, listen to these words and tell me what you hear at the end. Bundle, cradle, fiddle. Let's say it again. Ready? Bundle, cradle, fiddle. What did you hear at the final or the end position of those words? That's right, you heard the dual sound. Okay, and same thing. We hear the d-ul and it blends together for the dual. So these are all very similar. All right, so look at these words. What do you think makes that dual sound? That's right, it's almost exactly like the other ones. It's the D-L-E. Instead of we had P-L-E and F-L-E, this is D-L-E that makes the dual sound. And just like the others, that E is silent. All right, so let's look at how these words are coded, okay? So baffle, look, it's coded. Remember, we add that bracket to show it's a final stable syllable. The E is silent, and then we have kind of like a CVC word at the beginning. Same thing, short vowel, short vowel. Oh, this one has the vowel right by the stable syllable, so it's long. And then we have those crossed out E's, those silent E's. Same thing with the pulls and the dulls. So the bracket takes away that final stable syllable, and then we act like it's a wall when we code the rest of the word. And we always make sure we cross off that E so that we don't accidentally say that sound. Look inside. I see the BLE, but then I also see something added to it. I see the BLE and then I see something added to it. So sometimes the final syllable can have a suffix on the end. So it can't have a suffix in it. So you just want to make sure when you see that BLE, you see it as something separate, and sometimes they do add like a suffix at the end of it, which we're going to talk more about that. All right, so here are our new letter name cards and picture cards. So we're going to kind of go over what you're going to say. When you see this card, you're going to say final syllable F-L-E. Let's try that. Ready? Final syllable F-L-E. How about this one? Final syllable P-L-E. And then we have final syllable D-L-E. Okay? And then for the F-L-E, final syllable, we're going to say the word ruffle, because ruffle has it. So we have the picture of ruffle. For final syllable P-L-E, we're going to say staple, because staple has that P-L-E at the end of it. And for final syllable D-L-E, we're going to say handle, because it has that dull at the end of it. All right, guys, we are going to practice coding some of the words with these final syllables now.
Hi, guys. All right, we are ready to code some words, okay? So let's see at our first word. What do you notice about it? Well, I don't have any suffixes, do I? So let's look at our vowels. What's my first vowel? That's right, I have an A right here. And then I have a E back here. So I know this is going to be an A consonant E word. And when I have an A consonant E word, what am I going to do? I'm going to make that A long because it says its name. And then that E is sneaky, so I'm going to cross it off because I'm not going to say it. So I have safe, safe, safe. Very good. All right, let's look at our next one. Now, the first thing that I need to do is I need to look at the end of it. Do I have a suffix? Yes, this S is by itself, so let's block it off. Then I can break apart that word even more. What else do you notice at the end? I see D-L-E, and remember that's the dual final syllable, okay? And just like yesterday, when I have a final syllable, I'm going to make a bracket and keep it off. I'm going to act like it's not even there right now when I'm coding, okay? And then, remember, what about that E? We don't hear that E, so I'm going to cross it off. So dual is back here. So when I'm looking on the other side of my bracket or my wall, what do you notice? Where's my vowel? My vowel is A, but remember, it's a wall, so there's nothing on the other side, so it's going to be long because it's open. So I'm going to make it a long A sound. So now I have that CR. That CR says cur. So I have cur A, cray, and then dull. Cradle, very good, and then add the S. Cradles, very good. So safe, cradles. Remember, a cradle is something that a baby sleeps in. All right, let's look at the next word. What do you notice about it? Well, I don't have any suffixes, but what do I have at the end? I have that pull final syllable, don't I? That PLE. So let me put my bracket so I know it's to itself. So then I can look on the opposite side of the bracket or over our wall. I've got SIM. My vowel is I. It's got M behind it, which is a consonant, so it's going to be short. So I've got M, sim, and then pull. Simple. Very good. All right, let's look at our next one. What do we have there? Well, I've got an E. It's in front of the S, so it's going to be short. And then I have vest. Vest. So simple, vest. Very good. All right, on our last word, what do you notice? I've got that TH together, and I know that TH is a digraph. I can't separate it because it makes one sound. Remember, it can actually make two different sounds. It can sound like thimble, or it can sound like feather, the V sound, okay? So we'll have to figure out which one it does. All right, I have an O in front of it. Well, I know T is a consonant, so that O has to be short. And that CL is a blend, and I can say cool. So cool off. Cloth, very good. So simple, vest, cloth. All right, the next one's a little bit tricky. Well, the first thing I see is that apostrophe S. So remember, I'm going to act like it's not even there yet. I don't deal with it till the end, okay? Because when I see that apostrophe S, that means that this is probably someone's name because it's saying something that it owns, something it possesses, okay? And it has a capital, so that gives me another clue. It's probably somebody's name. So then I have this whole big long word. Well, I see lots of vowels, so let's see where they're at. O is a vowel, and then we have EE, and they're both vowels, okay? What do we know about L and L? They're consonants. So I see that vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel pattern, and I know I can split it right down the consonant. So there's where I split my syllables, okay? Now, when I come over here, I know that EE is a vowel digraph, so I'm going to underline it because it goes together, okay? And when it goes together, one of those E's is going to be silent, and it makes the other E long, just kind of like a CVC word, okay? All right, so then over here, I've got an O in front of an L, so that O is going to be short. So my first syllable says k, all, call, very good. And then I have eens, lean, so Colleen, and then possessive, Colleen's, very good. And remember, when it's got that apostrophe S, it's going to make the Z sound on the S. Okay, Colleen's, ooh, look at this word. What do you notice? Well, I don't have an S or an ING or an ED, so I don't have a suffix. But what do I have? That's right, I have that full, stable consonant at the end, okay? All right, so I'm going to box off that stable syllable at the end, and then I know that E is going to be silent. So now I have that SN. That SN says sn. And then I have an I, which is in front of an F. That I has to be short. So sn, if, sniff, and then full. Sniffle. Sniffle, very good. So Colleen's sniffle. Remember, a sniffle is when you're kind of sniffing around, a lot of times when you have a stuffy nose. So it says safe, cradles, simple vest cloth, and Colleen's sniffle. Very good.
All right, so now we have all of these new letter cards. We're just going to go over and just quickly say the ones that we added today. Over here, you can see we see final syllable PLE, and then down here we have final syllable DLE, and then yesterday we added final syllable, B-L-E. And then over here in the corner, we have final syllable, F-L-E. All right, and I just want us to really quickly kind of look at the ones that we added today too. So we have ruffle, and so we'd say full, final syllable, F-L-E, very good. Staple, pull, final syllable, P-L-E, very good. And then we also added this one right here. So we say candle, dull, final syllable, D-L-E. And then we have bubble, bull, final syllable, B-L-E. Awesome. All right, guys, so we are going to go ahead and fill out our activity sheet. So go ahead and make sure you have it out so we can work together on it.
All right, guys, so we're ready to do our activity sheet for lesson 57. And so what we're going to do is I want you to listen to the sounds I make, and you're going to tell me how I can spell those sounds, okay? So we're going to go ahead and zoom in so you can see a little bit better. The first sound that we're going to write is bull, bull. How did we learn that you can spell the bull sound? That's right, you can spell it as B-L-E, like that final syllable. Very good. What about A? How can I spell the A sound? That's right, I can do A consonant E or comma, or I could just have a long A. What about the S sound? That's right, it's S. But then last week we also added, we're going to add our ending sign, so 2 lines SS at the end, because we learned that floss roll. So final SS. All right, on number 4, what about W, W? W, very good. Okay, number 5, how about ooh, ooh? L, very good. And then we also have final ending LL. Because remember, if we have LL at the end after a short vowel, we double the L. All right, this is the long one. Are you ready? What about the K sound? All right, we got K, comma, C, if we hear the K sound in the middle of the words. Then we have those 2 lines for ending CK, because we can do CK. We can do K. We can do KE, like in our CVCE words, or we can do C. Remember, there's so many rules about how we spell the final K sound. All right, what about V? We have V, and then we have final VE. Because remember, whenever we have a V at the end of the word, it can't be by itself. It's got to have that E behind it. All right, what about the sound? Ah. That's right, it's short O, just O. What about U? That's right, U consonant E, and then also U. Very good. So those are the ways that we can spell those sounds. All right, we're going to move it down just a little bit. And then on number 10, we're going to try to spell a word. We want to spell the word 9. 9. So what do you hear? N. In, very good. N. I, very good. And then N, in. Now look though, this is a long I, and right now it says N, in. What do I need to add at the end to make it that long I? That's right, it's got to have that E to make it the long I sound for us. All right, on number 11, we're going to try to spell the word stable. Stable. So let's break that apart. St. That's right, that's that blend ST. St. A, very good. And then bull. B-L-E, very good. All right, we're going to do some new sounds. Are you ready? On number 12, I want to write how we could spell the pull sound. Pull. That's right, P-L-E, very good. How about the dull sound? Dull. D-L-E, good job. And the full sound. F-L-E, perfect. So P-L-E, D-L-E, and F-L-E. All right, on number 15, we are going to try to spell the word apple. Apple. So let's practice that. A, very good. P, and then pull. P-L-E, very good. How about candle, candle. Well, listen to the first part of the word, can. We know how to spell can. It's C-A-N. So can and then dull, dull. D-L-E, very good. All right, what about sniffle? What do we hear in sniffle? Sn, sn. S-N, very good. Sn, I, I, very good. Full. F-L-E, very good. Now look though, if I break this apart right here, the I is in front of the bracket, and so I would have to say sniffle. So what do you think I need to add to make it sniffle? I'm going to double that F in the middle. That way it makes it sniffle instead of sniffle. All right, we're going to practice coding some of these words. In number 18, what do you see that I could code? Well, right off the bat, I see that P-L-E. So I'm going to go ahead and bracket that off. And then I also know when I have a syllable with that L-E, I need to do what to the E? I got to cross it off. All right, at the beginning, where's my vowel? That's right, it's A, but remember it's in front of that stable syllable, and we're acting like that's a wall, like nothing else is there. So since there's nothing behind the A, it's going to be long, and I need to add that macron on top. So that would say st, A, pull, staple, very good. On number 19, how would I code that word? That's right, I have that F-L-E, so I'm going to go ahead and box that off. Make sure I cross off that E. And then before that, I have R-U-F. That's just like having a CVC word, so I know that U is going to be short. So I have R-Uff, rough, full, ruffle. So staple and ruffle. All right, on the next one, number 20, what do you notice? Remember, I always start all the way at the end. I've got that suffix S, so I need to box that off because remember that's separate. What else do I have at the end? I've got that final syllable D-L-E, so I need to put that bracket on it. And then I need to do what to the E? Cross it off. And then my first syllable, let's look at it. What does it have? It's got that vowel digraph E-E, so I'm going to underline the vowel digraph E-E. And remember, E-E says E, it says the long sound, so I'm going to make it long and cross one of them off because I don't want to say E-E. It has together to make that E sound. So I have N-E, so needles. Needles, very good. All right, on number 21, what would I do to code that word? That's right, I need to put my bracket up because I have that final syllable D-L-E. I've got to cross off that E. And then at the beginning now I just have a CVC word. And I know when I have a CVC word, that vowel is going to be short, so I have to add a breve. So I have P-U-D, pud-dul, puddle. Very good. All right. On 22, what do we have? We've got that final syllable, P-L-E. So I'm going to go ahead and add a bracket. Okay. I cross off the E. And then look at the other syllable. The other syllable just looks like a CVC word. So since it's a CVC word, I know that I is going to be short. So I have sim, simple, simple. Good job. So I had staple, ruffle, needle, puddle, and simple. So which one would match the picture? That's right, it's a puddle. It's where all the rain is collecting. All right, some of these words at the bottom are really short, so they should be fast to code. On number 23, how would I code that word? It's just a CVC word, so all I have to do is put a breve over the O, and it's job. Job, very good. On 24, how would I code that word? I got to find my vowel. It's E. It's got an S at the end, so that E is going to be short. So then I would have best. Best, very good. On 25, how would I code that word? Well, where are my vowels? I have a vowel on I, and then I have a vowel in E. And I've got T's in between, which are consonants. So I'm going to break that apart. Now it's just like having a CVC, CVC word. So I can make that I short, and I can make that E short with a breve. And I have it, mit, and then in, tin. So mitten. Oh, and I can already see that's what matches my picture, so I'm going to go ahead and draw a line. On 26, that is so easy to code. Where's our vowel? That's right, it's O. It's got nothing behind it, so we're going to add that background on top, and so now we have O. So, on number 27, how would I code that word? What do I notice? Well, I noticed that TH, and I'm going to go ahead and underline it, because that's my digraph, and I want to make sure I put it together. Then where are my vowels? I've got an I, and I've got an E, and I've got that consonant between. So this is going to be an I consonant E word. So I know that I is going to be long and that E is going to be silent. So I have thrive, thrive. Very good. We are going to read this passage and try to read some comprehension questions or try to make sure we understand what's going on in the story. Okay, so we're going to start up at the top, and remember, I'm going to underline my sight words and just practicing sounding out the words I don't know. So my first word is one of those multisyllabic words, and I say apples. Apples are in a lot of things. Look at all those sight words. They are in apple cakes that people like to, well, let's break this apart. I have sample. There are apple candles that people like to smell. But the best apple is the one fresh off of a tree. So that's what we said. So let's back up a little bit. And it said, what are in a lot of things? So what was this about? That's right, apples. So we would put A-P-P-L-E, and I'm going to put S because it's more than one. Let's read this question. What do people like to sample? Apple cakes, apple candle, or apple bloom? That's right, sample means to eat. And we can look right here and it says they like to sample apple cakes because we're not going to eat an apple candle. And then what is the best apple? Apple cake, a fresh apple, or apple candle? Let's go back and look. It says, but the best apple is the one fresh off a tree. So it must be a fresh apple. All right, guys, you did an awesome job. I'll see you tomorrow.